Okay, so our next example problems, a uniform 100 Newton pipe is used as a lever. So, meron tayong beam, ayan, yung may ano, as shown in figure 5-4. Where must the fulcrum or yung ito, support point natin, be placed if a 500 Newton weight at one end is to balance a 200 Newton weight at the other end. What is the reaction force exerted by the support on the pipe? So, kailangan natin kunin yung distance nung support natin from the leftmost, okay? And kailangan din natin kunin yung ina-exert na force nung support natin. Okay, so technically, mapapansin nyo guys, mukha siyang siso. Okay, pero dahil yung siso natin is in the middle, ito, hindi. Okay, so hindi siya nasa gitna. So, may sir, ano to? Yun lang yung twist nito nga na to. Modified season na to. Okay? So, proceed tayo sa whiteboard. Okay? So, number 4. So, drawing muna natin. So, meron tayong beam as a lever. Okay? Sa lever. Sabi daw ni ano? Sheldon. Kung galang yung joke. Anyway, so, and meron tayong weight dito na 500 Newton, pinakadulo. And meron tayong weight din dito na 200 Newton. Okay? And meron tayong weight nung beam natin in the middle. So, technically, basta pag sinabing uniform beam, matik yon, nasa gitna yung weight nung beam na yon. Okay? And then, meron tayong support dito. So, let's say around here. Yan yung support natin. Okay? So, this one is 500. So, let's say, weight to weight. Let's say A, B, and then P. Okay? For the sake lang na ano. So, and distance, first, mga magnitude mo na B, meron siyang 500 Newton. Weight, 100 Newton. And meron siyang A. Yung A natin is merong 200 Newton. Okay? Next is yung mga distances natin. First, we have the distance between A and W, which is equals to L over 2. Okay? And distance from A to P as X, yan yung hinahanap natin na distance. Okay? And distance ng P to B is of course L minus X. Kasi let's say, yung total distance natin is L, di ba? And of course, to get the last, that is L minus X. Okay? And of course, distance between W and B is L over 2. Okay? And we can say na distance between L over 2 ay W and P is L over 2 minus X. Di ba? Okay? So, pakita natin ito. L over 2. And then distance between W and P is L over 2 minus X. Okay? So, malinaw naman, di ba? So, ayan yung mga distances natin. Okay? So, as what I said, with this type of prop, so technically, we can now get, paano ba to? Actually, kahit saan tayo pwede mag-moment dito for the sake na makuha natin yung problem. So, let's try to solve this one. So, either sa A kayo mag-moment or sa B, kayo bahala. Okay? So, let's try na lang sa A para leftmost. Okay? So, summation of moment. So, dito guys, sa technically problem natin may one unknown force siya. So, ayun. Pag ganito yung mga type of problem natin, minsan, kayo bahala kung saan yung gusto mag-moment. Pero once na yung force, yung system natin is may two unknown forces, palagi, doon tayo one of the two unknown force. Okay, so dahil one unknown force lang naman siya, which is itong P natin, FP. Okay, wala tayong value niyan. So, ayan. Okay, so pwede tayo mag-moment at A. Summation of moment at A is equals to 0. All clockwise is positive. Okay? So, let's do first the rotation para di tayo malito. So, technically, note natin pala, bago natin makalimutan, is yung position ng F. So, dahil support siya, guys, ang support is, of course, opposite siya nung sinusupport niya. Okay? Batik yun. So, dito tayo sa A mag-start ng rotation natin. Okay? So, ayan. So, ayan. And then, ayan. Okay? So, start tayo. 0 is equals to, so, dahil same direction yung W natin from A, so, positive yan. W multiplied by distance ng A to W, L over 2. Okay? Next, yung P natin. Yung P natin, guys, opposite siya. So, negative. So, negative P or FP. Okay? FP. And yung distance niya is X. Okay? So, ayan. Next tayo, guys. Next is A to B naman. So, dahil same direction, plus yan, plus B, L. Okay? Ayan yung working equation natin. So, substitute natin yung mga meron tayong value. So, first, we have 0 is equals to 100 L over 2. So, or 50L na lang. So, 50 L minus FPX. So, parehas wala tayo yan. Plus 500 L. Or we can say, technically, X. Ano ba to? Sorry. So, ayan. Technically, yan na may working equation natin. So, 0 is equals to wait lang. Yun yung wait lang, may inisip ako dito. Okay, anyway. So, proceed tayo dito. So, ayan. So, magiging 550 minus, actually, pwede natin sabihin na minus FPX na yan. Okay? So, yun yung working equation. FPX is equals to 550 Newton. Okay? Actually, pwede natin tanggalin yung L talaga dyan. Okay? Kasi may L din naman yan. So, ayan. So, yan yung first equation natin. So, let's say yung exerted force is equals to 550 over X Newton. Pero pwede natin kunin yan. Okay? So, ayan yung una nating equation. Next, let's try mag-moment naman sa iba. So, mag-moment naman tayo sa B. Okay? Para for the sake ng equation natin. Mag-moment tayo mismo sa P pala. Mag-moment tayo mismo sa P. Okay? So, summation of moment at P equals to 0. All clockwise, positive. So, positive. So, negative. Negative. Okay? So, yun yung mga working equation natin. So, positive yung B. So, B, L minus X. Okay? Plus, actually, pwede rin pala sa unknown force. Ewan ko ba't, pero anyway. So, ayan, next, P2W natin. So, negative siya, opposite direction. So, minus, W, yung distance nila is L over 2 minus X. Okay? And next, negative ulit. So, negative A, X. Okay? So, yun na yung mga working equation natin. So, magiging 500 L minus 500 minus X minus 100 Newton L over 2 minus X minus 200 minus X. Okay? So, ayan na yung ano natin. So, magiging technically L is non-bearing ng L dito. So, 500 L minus 500 X plus wait lang. Minus 50L plus 50X, okay, minus 200X. Teka, sorry, wait lang. So, konting changes muna sa ano natin, free body. Technically, yung X natin, based on the drawing naman, is, di ba, longer than L over 2. So, dapat mauna yung X kasi for the distance, and dahil we don't have negative distance. Okay, so ayan na yung working equation natin. And technically, we only get the value, we don't technically get the specific value of X, but the value of X respect to L. Okay, so yan yung working equation natin. Magiging 500, actually, kahit di nyo napansinin to. Ayun. So, 500L minus 500X minus 100X plus 50L minus 200X. So, pagsama natin yung mga same variable. Okay. So, 550L minus 800X. Okay? So, dahil yung L is a certain length lang naman, we don't technically have the specific value, we can consider that. Okay? So, yung pagkuha natin ng X is respect dun sa total distance natin. Okay? Equals to 0. So, 550L is equals to 880X. So, ano ko lang, transpose ko lang tong isa para maging positive. So, divide both sides ng 800 pala. Okay, 800 x over 550. Okay? 550L. Ay, bali. 800 pala, sorry. 800 kasi ginawa ni x pala. Ayan. So, x is equals to 550 divided by 800. Is equals to 0.6875. Okay? Or 0 or x 688L. Okay? Yan yung distance. Yan yung ngayon, yung distance nung yung x natin from point A. Okay? And next, technically, from there, we can get naman na to eh. May L parehas yan. So, try natin kunin. Okay. So, F. Check natin kung parehas yung sagot. Okay. Check natin. Okay. So, hindi nga dapat. Okay, di pala pwede. Actually, lalabas at lalabas din. Ganoon din pala siya. Actually, ganun din. So, technically, F is equal. So, kung gagamitin natin itong formula na to, guys, F is equals to 800 Newton. Okay? Of course, di ba? Dahil technically, by common sense, technically, we only have one support. And syempre, ang need na ang need na i-exert yung force is technically all the downward force. So, yeah. And we can solve this one we can solve F by, FP. Diba FP yan? We can solve it by summation of forces along vertical equals to 0. All upward forces are positive. So, FP is equals to A plus W plus B. And of course, FP is equals to 800. Okay? Di ba? Common sense na ano lang. Syempre, para ma-support niya yung lahat ng force, syempre, kailangan niya mag-exert minimum yung total ng force na meron tayo. Okay? So, ayun. Number 4 natin. So, last problem tayo siguro bago tayo magpaano. Bago natin yung engine session. Okay. So, next tayo, guys. Okay, so we proceed for problem number 5. Problem number 5 na tayo, no? So, ayan. Last problem na lang for this session. So, where mass 0.8 kilonewton object be hung on a uniform with horizontal rigid 100 Newton pole so that a girl pushing up at one edge supports 1/3 as much as a woman pushing up on the other hand. So, technically, ayan. So, yan na yung mismong working equation natin. Okay? So, as always, hinahanap ulit yung distance. Okay? Hinahanap yung distance between this point up to this point. Okay? So, ano yung distance na ano natin? Base. So, technically, we solve this by actually kahit saan naman. Okay? So, tara, let's solve this one. Pero kung mapapansin nyo dun sa last problem natin, di ba? Nung nakuha natin yung value ng x, kung saan yung parang yung support niya. So, kung saan pwesto yung support, di ba? Yun yung doon respect yung x eh. So, syempre, para ma-solve natin to, technically, we can solve this dito rin. Pero dahil may f, technically, we need to get first the force pala. I think we need to get the forces para bago tayo mag-solve dito. Okay? So, let's go. Okay, applicable lang to kasi technically, wala namang ibang applicable lang yun. Okay, so basta, solve lang natin. Okay? First, kailangan natin munang mag-moment. Okay? So, drawing natin. Okay, we have here, the beam. The beam. And, yung weight ng beam natin, of course. Tapos, let's say, next is yung position, yung dalawang babae nagbubuhat. So, dito yung isa, may F force lang. And then yung isa, tries yung in-exert niya. Okay? So, next is, ayan. So, ayan na yung work equation natin. Next is, sorry, yung weight, kung yung weight na need is support. Okay? Which is dito daw banda. Okay, so, yeah. So, trying mo natin yung mga distances. First, so let's say ulit, weight to. So, A, B, and may weight ito, let's say, P. Okay, yung P natin, may weight siya na 800 Newton. Yung beam natin, may weight siya na 100 Newton. Yung B is may applied force siyang F. Ba't pababa yan? Going up pala yan. Okay, so next. Ito ay meron tong applied force na 3F tries nung sa B. And next, distances. Distance between W and B is L over 2. Distance between A and W is L over 2. Okay. So, ayan din. Distance between A and P is X. And distance between P and W is L over 2 minus X. Kasi mas mahaba ng L over 2 sa X natin. Okay? So, ayan. Let's try to solve this one. Technically, madami tayong system of equation para makuha yung mga sagot. Okay, yan. So, first, mag-moment tayo sa P. So, summation of moment at P is equals to 0, all clockwise positive. Okay? So, dito yung P natin. Ayan, yan yung point of rotation natin. So, positive, negative, positive. Okay? So, W is positive with a distance of L over 2 minus X. Okay? Tapos, yung B natin is negative with a distance of L minus X. Okay? Kasi ito na yung X, of course. P to B is L minus X na. Diba? And then, lastly, A natin, positive also. So, with a distance of X. So, AX. Okay? Next, guys. Actually, we can solve naman na. So, ayan na. 100 Newton, L over 2 minus X minus F L minus X plus. Actually, need pa natin kunin yung F. Pero, solve tuloy natin ito. 3F X. Okay, so 50L minus 50X minus FL minus minus FX plus 3F X. Okay? So, next is magiging combine like terms na lang. 50L minus FL. Okay? Minus 50x plus 4fx. Okay, 50x. So, ayan. So, 50 minus f L minus 50, minus 50. So, minus 4f x. So, yan yung working equation natin. Pero first, para medyo malinaw to kasi ang daming unknown variable. Kunin natin f. Technically, we can get f here is by technically 1/4 lang naman siya, di ba? So we can solve f by summation of forces along vertical is equal to 0. All forces upward positive. So f plus 3f minus p minus w, okay, equals to 0. So 4f is equals to p plus w. Then 4f is equals to 800 plus 100. F is equals to 900 over 4. F is equals to ilan? 180? Charot. 225 pala. Layo. 225 Newton. So, if F is equals to 225 Newton, technically, the other one, meron siyang binubuhat na 675. Okay, so 3F is equals to 675 Newton. And para masolve na natin to guys, substitute lang natin yung value ng F. Okay? So, ayan na yung working equation natin. Okay, so ayan. So, magiging, so dito tayo, tuloy natin to. Kailangan natin kasi kunin yung F eh. Okay? So, tuloy natin yan. So, magiging 50 minus 225 minus 50 minus 900. Di ba? Ganyan. X. Okay, tapos L. And then, substitute, ilipat natin na lang yung iba, kabilang side, para maging positive. Wait lang. Para tayo nalilito. Huwag natin ganyan muna gawin. Kasi ako yung nalilito din. So, proceed muna tayo dito sa... Huwag natin sundin to. Ito muna tayo. Okay, so 50. Ano ba? 50x. 50. Negative, positive. Plus 3f. So, magiging 50l minus 50x minus 225l. Tama. Ganyan yun. Aha. Plus. Tama. Plus 225x plus 675x. Okay? So, ayan. Next. So, magiging negative 175L plus 850X. Okay? So, ayan. So, equals to 0. Okay? So, kinombine like terms ko lang. And then, 850X is equals to 175L. Divide both sides ng 850 para makuha yung value ng X. Actually, may L pa yan, pero never mind. Wala na pala. Okay, so, ayan. X is equals to 175 divided by 850 is equals to 0.206 L. Okay? So, yung distance ng X natin with respect to L is equals to 0.206. So, technically, we need first to get the forces, and technically, we can use the forces along vertical para makuha natin yun. Kasi, mapapansin nyo naman, alam na natin yung exerted force nila eh. So, we can assume na one unknown force na lang sila as F. Okay? Unless hindi binigay, unless hindi sinabi kung ano yung distribution ng forces. Okay? Pero pinigay naman, di ba? So, 3F dun sa left side and 1F lang dun sa right side. Okay? So, ayun lang. That concludes our topic for this week. Thank you, guys.